So reading is all the rage. Oprah's got a book club. She's been doing that for like 15 years. Obviously a great success. Bill Gates releases all his favorite readings every year. He's obviously done something right in life. Now Elle Woods has put her seal of approval on books. So there's something about reading that's important. I think we've all know that reading is important, but I personally think that there's a ton of habits, there's a ton of societal norms and ideas around reading that are totally unhelpful to becoming a more successful reader. Mostly talking to myself in the past. I really wish I had done a few things differently when it came to reading so that I could get a lot more out of books. This video is going to be about 3 ideas that really helped me become a better reader. And first I'll define what I mean by a better reader. I think reading shouldn't be about the number of books you read, but it's about achieving that sense of wonder that you get when you're reading a book that is really blowing your mind. We've all had experiences with those books that we cannot put down. There's so much new insight, so many new ideas, or it's such a compelling story that just feels so right. There's not that many feelings in life like finding a true page turner, something that captures your attention fully. For nonfiction that has ideas that you've never heard of that are totally blowing your mind. Nassim Taleb's Anti-Fragile, Fooled by Randomness, Black Swan, and Skin in the Game were all like this for me. Every single page is packed full of perspective and insight that no one else had ever revealed to me in my life. A Song of Ice and Fire, better known as Game of Thrones, also have that quality of just immersion that keep you coming back, keep you wanting to learn what's on the next page. Life's too short to not chase that feeling. Here are 3 ways I have felt have really made the experience of reading so much better for me. Number 1, as soon as you get bored, move on. This is hard because it's kind of ingrained in us from school that we need to finish the books that we're given. You may get the idea of the book in the first 15 pages, but you have to read until the end before you can move on to the next. I think this idea is totally detrimental to being a good reader and frankly in exploring the world in general. Think about how you consume YouTube videos. A lot of YouTube is about skipping to the very best part of the video. I think the same approach should be done with books. Start a ton of books, but don't finish very many. Start in the middle, skip around. Treating books a little bit more like YouTube videos where you skip to the middle, see what it's saying, read a few pages here and there, skip around, and as soon as you're bored, click off, find a new book. Find a new book that is enthralling. If you're bored of a book, it means it's not the right time for you to read it. So move on. Don't worry about it. Don't be hard on yourself. And don't put it on your nightstand, look at it before bed every night, wish that you actually enjoyed it, and pick up your phone. Go and find the next great book that you're actually gonna enjoy instead. The second thing is reread. You know those books that really were page turners for you? Reread them again. There's people who spend decades of their lives on these books, and you might spend 10 hours on a book that spent somebody 1,000 hours to write. I'm sure if you revisited it, you'll get something else out of it that you didn't the first time. Think about your favorite movies or your favorite TV shows. I love The Office, and I've probably watched it 3 or 4 times all the way through. And each time, I feel like there's a new little detail that I appreciate. You should do this with fiction, nonfiction, and all kinds of books. It's something that I used to be totally averse to. If I had the choice between rereading and finding a new book, I used to always go for a new book. Lately, I've just been a lot more up to reread, and I think it's done me a lot of benefit. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thirdly, there's not a scoreboard when it comes to books read in your life. If you're a great reader and you can read 1 book a week, so that's 50 books a year, over a 60-year lifespan, that's only 3,000 books compared to the 2.2 million books that are published every year. So there's just not that many books that we can read. I think it's not that important to try and just read more and more. Just remember, read what you love. Read what really gets you going. Read what gives you that effect of wanting to do nothing else. Read those things that consume all your neurons and make you fantasize. Read the things that make you feel like a kid again. Read the things that make you feel like you're understanding something that you wish you'd known 5 or 10 years ago. Read the things that excite you and make you excited to live in this beautiful world. Remember, reading is about exploring. It's about seeing what's out there in the world. What is it that's in all these billions of minds that occupy this little wet rock? Hey, thanks for watching, and if you liked this video, check out my video on my favorite tweet.